This is a video response to Irish, and it's actually the second take. The first time I started recording this, believe it or not, I wasn't wearing a shirt, and I didn't want to drive the ladies who watch my vids nuts. I'd hate to have them distracted by me and take away from the content. All right, video response to Irish about the ambush and the application of deadly force to the balls. I can't speak for Landshark, but I think he and I are on the same page in that it isn't that we don't understand how a small force could destroy and murder a larger force. I can, oh hell, between the three of us, we could probably come up with 50 ways to force multiply 20 to 1, either through the use of hasty minefields or, areas of fire. We could set up a kill box, punji sticks, poison water supplies, things. Oh, we could do all kinds of shit, man. The ability to bring destruction to a force unawares isn't what's in question. From where I sit. Where I sit is, even you do talk about the county sheriff on the level of charge of this particular entity. My concern in that, and I think what people need to understand in what you're saying very clearly, is in context. I mean, you are talking about the context of war. And within the context of war, a sheriff who gets to make a call such as that to execute people on the spot based on intelligence of forces is not a sheriff at all. There's another word for that, and that's called a warlord. And the problem with abbreviated due process is that certain people tend to not want to give that sort of thing back. And, rough men ready to defend to the death have been misused since the beginning of time. From, I don't want to mention the Knights Templar or go into any sort of sore subject, but just as an example, well and noble people being misused for the wrong purpose. And that's my concern, and that's something that I think has to be reemphasized over and over and over again. That when you're talking about ambush for the course of defense, you're talking about this is after an EMP event. Nothing short of that. Not like, oh gee whiz, Seattle's rioting, so we're gonna put on our war paint and kick some ass. It's gonna have to be reemphasized, because I don't mean any offense by what I'm saying here. Any damn fool can put 10 people together and turn them into killers. And shit, set up some crossfires, intersecting lines of fire, fire discipline, constant rates of fire. You can do some pretty nasty shit with people. You just got to be cautious about what authority you grant to deploy that unit, And as we're discussing this, it just has to continuously be reemphasized. We're not talking about right after a hurricane. We're not talking about anything. I mean, we're talking about some good old-fashioned Kevin Costner postman shit, and we got to defend ourselves against that whack job with the beard, because he cannot has the book. I'm just saying, man. I ain't trying to knock your slats out, and I understand that you put a great deal of work and effort, and you're not just pulling this stuff out of your ass. However, when we discuss things such as war on the home front, and this nothing short of war is outside of due process, and even war itself has a process of declaration. And in closing, a sheriff is merely a force entity of the executive branch of government, which in turn needs to answer to a legislation and a judicial system, and anything short of that, and honestly, regardless of the context, we're moving our nation and our community in a direction that we don't want to go. There you go, man. Nice work and good job with the P90X stuff. Keep up the good work, and yeah, man, we'll have some more. We'll see y'all later.